and welcome here to MoreTalkFCB, and welcome today to something very, very special. Because this Sunday, against Espanyol, of all people, Barcelona have the opportunity to clinch the La Liga title at the very home of our bitter rivals. And this comes, of course, just days after our captain, our leader, and our legend Sergio Busquets has announced his departure at the end of the season. This story right here, it couldn't be any more perfectly written. This is a special opportunity. This is a beautiful chance for our club. And just as we've done all season, let's hope we can turn up. Let's hope that we can deliver and seal a historic league title. We're going to be talking about the game to come as we bid to confirm ourselves as La Liga champions. Let's do this. Because when you are looking at the league table right now, well, it's not even Real Madrid who are in second place right now. Atletico Madrid are currently our closest challengers in La Liga, and with a win, we can wrap up this title with 4 games to spare. And even technically on Sunday, a draw might be enough depending on results below us. But right now, we're not even thinking about that. We want to win, and we want to do this in style, because when you look down the other end of the table, Espanyol are in quite a bit of trouble. They are deep in a relegation fight. And honestly, guys, if we beat them on Sunday there, with only a few games left in the season, they're going to be staring relegation right in the face. And what a beautiful day. What a perfect day this could be on Sunday if we can get it right, because Barça have indeed already planned a bus parade on Monday if Barça are indeed able to secure the title on Sunday. And Xavi also confirmed today in his press conference that Gerard Piqué has received a special invite to those celebrations, given that he was with the team, of course, until November. But we can't think of any of that right now. We can't think the job is done. We can't think about bus parades and celebrations and sending Espanyol down. All we have to do is the job in hand. Win this game and win the title. Because just think back to the reverse fixture of this one, guys, back a few months ago now, the final day of 2022. That was a tough game for us at the camp now. Rare time that we dropped points, rare time that we conceded a goal, and it was chaos in that game, wasn't it? Because of Matias Almiron. It was a red card for either team. I think pretty much every Barça player was booked. It was absolute madness. This time around, thankfully, Lahoz is not officiating, but a trip to Espanyol is never going to be easy. And Xavi, ahead of the game there, paid special tribute to the outgoing Sergio Busquets. He said for Busquets to leave the club as a starter and whilst winning titles, he said that is special. It hurts us as a team, of course it does, but I think that he's made a good decision on a personal level. And I think actually they're listening to Xavi talk about Busquets' exit, I think you can sort of see a few parallels to his own exit from the club. You know, going out on a high with good feelings off the back of a title, that's the way to do it, isn't it? You know, with lots of support, lots of appreciation. That is what we're seeing, and deservedly so right now for Sergio Busquets. Xavi went on to say Busquets is the smartest player I've ever seen or ever played with. He is a genius. We are losing, and this is high praise, we are losing the best central midfielder of our history. He has been a 10 in everything he did, on and off the field. So glowing words there, really, really nice words from Xavi. There was also a few significant words as well to the other man who is departing the club this summer in terms of Matias Almiron, because Xavi there said, it reminds me actually of Busquets' exit. He said, we are losing a key person at the club. He has been crucial in rebuilding Barça. Matias did an excellent job together with Jordi Cruyff, but he has received a big proposal and we wish him all of the very best there. So Barca certainly are going to undergo some change this summer. There's going to be key personnel departing the club, but how are we going to be lining up in this key, potentially season-defining game at the RCDE Stadium? Because after plenty of rest in the build-up to this game, I think it is absolutely no problem at all for us to line up as strong as we possibly can, and that means back at the back. Ter Stegen in goal, Koundé, Araujo, Christensen and Balde along that back line. Let's start here with a solid defence, keep things nice and tight in the opening exchanges of the game. Don't give Espanyol anything there to cling on to. And then in midfield, I think when you start talking then about Sergio Busquets playing his final games at Barça, then it starts to hit home, doesn't it? Then the emotions really start coming. It starts to feel real that he is no longer going to be with us next season. So Busquets there, starting in midfield alongside Frenkie de Jong, alongside Pedri. Now those two players, they're going to have even more importance, even more responsibility on their shoulders in midfield next season without the influence of Busquets there. But in attack, I think we might be set to see a change in the lineup. I think here it might be time for Dembele to start. Away at Espanyol, this kind of game here where he can really take the game to them. I think he is in line to be ready and in the starting lineup on the right-hand side. And that means that Rafinha is going to drop to the bench, in my opinion. I could see Xavi doing that in this game. Big speculation, of course, about Rafinha's future. Will he feature against Espanyol? I think Lewandowski is going to be down the middle looking for a goal, and most likely Gavi on the left-hand side for Barça there. That, for me, is how Xavi is going to line up. It's a strong team. It is a team who's delivered this season, who have been consistent, who have been mentally strong. We've got to do it one more time. We've got to win this game against our biggest rivals to secure and bring back the La Liga title. And I really do hope, guys, that we can do it here, and we can do it in style in a game like this with all the extra emotions that would be attached to it. And I do actually think in many ways, guys, in my opinion, that Barca are kind of a victim of their own success in La Liga this season. I don't believe that people maybe are giving this title as much appreciation as maybe they would be if it was a really close title race. That's often how it can go. If a team is miles ahead. I think you also look at Napoli, for instance, this season, whereby they were so far clear that when it finally happened, it wasn't given as much praise, as much attention and appreciation as it would have been if it went down to the final day or something like that. But just because we've been so much better than Real Madrid, so much better than Atletico Madrid in the league this season, we've been so much more consistent, we shouldn't be punished for that. That's impressive on our part here, that we've kept on going, that every single week in, week out, we've been there. We have been consistent. We know that in Europe, we've struggled, we've had our problems, but domestically, it's been a top season. There is nothing there that you can take away from this team and from these players. And let's hope here we can have our moments away at Espanyol in their faces. Let's win it. Let's wrap up the title for Barca and for everything that this club represents. So let me know, guys, how you are feeling ahead of this title-deciding game. It should be a really exciting one on Sunday night. Let me know all of your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. Over on the main channel, of course, we have been talking a lot more about transfers, of course. It's all happening, it is all going on, and it's all right there for you guys to enjoy. So thank you indeed today for tuning in, for getting involved here on the channels. I really do appreciate that. And I will see you soon on Sunday when we may be confirmed as the champions. I'll see you then, guys. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.